Building a business can be very unpredictable. So I would say it would not be a good idea for you to rely on your business for income, especially in the early stages of you building it. Yeah, I know sometimes we don't have a choice, but if you can avoid this, I think it would be for the best. So whether it's keeping your job if you still have one, or making sure that you've got cash flow that's coming in to take care of your monthly costs, because this could be the bottleneck of you building your business with ease. So having a job or keeping your job or making sure that you have somewhere where you get cash flow that's going to take care of your monthly costs, because this is where the bottleneck comes up when it comes to you building your business and trying to get money out of it. When I started my first business, my financial management in my business was zero to none. I kid you not. I had no sense of financial management in my business. And don't get me wrong, I made money in my business. I made money from selling the accessories that I sold, but I didn't keep much of it. And not much of it went into the business either. I was doing what they call hand to mouth. On this episode, we're going to talk about the importance of making sure that your personal cash flow is in check so that it does not disturb you trying to build your business. Because when you're trying to build a business, your life doesn't stop. Your life still carries on. There are still monthly things to be paid. There are still things that you have to take care of. So if that is not taken care of, it takes away from you actually building your business with ease. And I learned that the hard way. So, in this episode, we're going to talk about the importance of personal cash flow when building a business. Hey, sweet people, it's Lerato Molepo. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new, welcome. We love to talk all things default to design, making sure that we are building lives and businesses that we love. And we talk about self mastery, entrepreneurship, and money. So if that's your type of jam, do stick around. In my first business, I used all of my business income to substitute my living expenses. Well, at the time, that's exactly the reason why I started the business anyway. I started this business because one, I needed additional income that could substitute what I was already getting from my daily job. And two, I needed a distraction. I was going through a lot. I had just gone through a loss, and my mom suggested that, hey, you've been wanting to open this accessories business, so why not start? So I did start my business. And at the time, my business gave me exactly that. It gave me the cash flow, the extra cash flow that I needed, and it gave me the distraction that I needed. So I really didn't see anything wrong with the way I was running my finances in my business. But what I did realize eventually is that the way I was running it, I was not going to be able to grow or sustain my business. Things had to change. And this is where I came to realize and learn that when building a business, especially a business that you plan to grow and expand, you have to have your personal cash flow in check. You at least have your main monthly expenses taken care of without you having to rely on your business, because your business is still at infancy. So basically, what I'm saying is that in the beginning of your business, you are going to work for free. So you have to be prepared to work for free, because whatever you get is supposed to go back into your business and not out, unless that's what you want. But at least know that this is what I want. I want this business as a cash flow, and I'm not planning to grow it. Or I'm not planning to grow it at the moment. So count yourself lucky if your business took off right from the beginning, because not everybody has that same kind of luck. Well, to be honest, my business actually took off like a dream. When I decided to start the business, I started making accessories for myself, just to test out and see what's out there, what people like, what is it that's happening. So I made accessories for myself and I started wearing them, in events and going out. So a friend saw one of my pieces that I was wearing and she asked me, "Hey, where did you buy that?" And I said, "No, I didn't buy it. I actually made it." And she's like, "Oh, that's great. Can you make one for me?" So I said, "Sure." And the funny thing is, when I agreed to the first sale, I didn't even know how much I was going to sell this piece. I had to go back home and I had to go and research and see how much am I supposed to sell this thing for, and came back to her, gave her the price, and she's like, "Sure, please, I'd like one." And that was my first sale, and that was the beginning of my business. And from there, she ordered, and then a friend saw from her, and then they ordered, and then somebody else ordered, and somebody else ordered, and the next thing, I had orders coming in every week. I literally used to come back from work, do all my mommy duties, and late at night when everybody goes to sleep, I would stay up at night and I would create these accessories on these orders to make sure that people received them on time. And I was doing all of that by myself. I then got connected to a couple of craft markets and started creating more things for the markets. More things were getting bought. I needed to create more products, and things were just getting out of hand sooner than what I expected. I then became part of a business hub that was connected to a company called the Box Shop. So they trained us, how to manufacture your things and how to do quality control. And they also helped us to get our stuff out there. And one of the greatest thing they did for us is they gave us shelf space in their shops. So they had two shops. They had one shop in the famous Vilagazi Street in Soweto called the Box Shop. And they also had one in Midrand, one of the upmarket squares in Midrand. So we were given an opportunity to get shelf space, and all you had to do was bring your stuff, and your stuff was going to be sold for you. And if you know these shops, just a Vilagazi one, then you know the type of people that go there. There's always tourists, there's always, and one thing I didn't mention is that my accessories were more African inspired. So they had the whole African feel. And tourists love those type of accessories. So again, I needed to create more accessories, more stock. And it was time to look at getting help from outside, because I wasn't coping anymore. The demand was getting out of hand. And not only was the demand getting out of hand, but my quality, my standards had to improve, and we had to make sure that we've got quality, consistent quality when it comes to our products. So everything was basically leveling up. Okay, so things didn't end there. I was also lucky to be part of the IDC's creative program, where they gave us space that when they were having conventions, events, we would come there and we would be given a space to exhibit our products. And this was with a larger audience, and not just audience, but even access to people that could give us funding, people who wanted maybe to buy in bulk. This was access to the media, and this was access to international buyers. It was basically an opportunity for you to take the space and run with it, because you don't know who you're going to meet there. And things just became more real. And at that time, I couldn't believe that this was just something that I started a couple of months ago, and now it could possibly turn into something bigger than what I had expected. So you see, the demand was growing, things were getting serious. I had to now sit back and think about, okay, this business is real. A couple of months ago, maybe it didn't look real, but now it's real. Real things that I need to start looking at. And one of the things was I now needed a larger cash injection into my business so that I'm able to grow and expand. Things like machinery, things like getting more material, getting help, outsourcing some of the things. But I did not have that cash. As much as I was making money monthly, I did not have that cash because I was not reinvesting into my business. I was doing a hand to mouth. So I did not have any excess money that I could put back into the business. And that killed me because there were opportunities for me to bring in stock into shops. I mean, I didn't even have to do a lot of marketing in my business, especially with the type of programs that I was involved in. Like with the shop, you just had to give them stock, say, this is the stock we have, they approve, and it sits in their shelf, and you don't even have to pay anything. When they sell, then you just get paid whatever was sold. With the markets, there were going to be people there anyway, and there's people that are interested in the type of creative things that we were coming up with. So the marketing was very easy. I didn't have to do much, but I could not come into the party when it comes to growing my business, when it comes to reinvesting in my business, because my money management skills were terrible, because I was using my business as a cash cow instead of building a sustainable business that I could actually grow. So, a couple of things that I learned, and a couple of things that I want to do differently when it comes to running my businesses from now on. Things that I've learned from my previous business, because I believe that you don't lose, but you learn. If I didn't go through that, if I didn't start with that first business, I would not have learned this important. So I want to summarize with 5 points that I think are important, or are the main reasons why you need to make sure that your personal cash flow is taken care of, so that you do not disturb your income that comes from your business. The first one being obvious: you are able to run your business without worrying about the monthly expenses. And we know that in the beginning, your business sometimes doesn't always make money. Some months are good, some months are bad. So if you are not worried about getting money from your business, that takes care of that. You know that your focus is just making it work. You are not worried about having to take money out of your business. As I said, in the beginning, you are going to work for free for your business. Number two is you can reinvest your income back into your business. Pay off any loans that you have, because sometimes when you start a business, you might need some cash. So you're able to pay off loans, you're able to buy machinery, you're able to buy stock, material, anything that you're going to need. And how that helps you is that you don't have to take it out of your pocket every time you need to go and buy something when it comes to your business, which is one of the things that I had to learn the hard way. If I had already used up the money and I needed to make more accessories and the money was gone, I had to take money out of my pocket, even though I didn't mind because I knew that I would get it back. But if I had money in the business, I would not have to take money out of my pocket to fund my business. And the third thing is, if you're leaving your money just come in, you are able to clearly see the track record of how your business is really doing. And you're able to track, you're able to tweak, and you're able to fix the few things that are needed for your business to actually be consistent. But if you're not recording the money, it just comes in and it goes out. You're not able to see that I'm making 1,000 rand or I'm making 5,000 rand, because the money comes in and goes. So it'll help you be able to track and see where your business is going when it comes to income. Number four is it will allow you to make mindful decisions when it comes to the growth of your business, because you don't have to choose between, I need this money for month end. You can just choose to take this money and make mindful decisions for the growth of your business, not thinking for today, but thinking of the growth of your business for tomorrow. And best of all, when you've figured it all out, you've been putting in the work, you've been doing all the things, you've been testing and everything, and now you know that this is a system that works, or this is the product that works. You can then invest in systems and processes to make sure that you automate your business, or you can invest in hiring staff and help, because that's going to help you scale your business. Because if you're building it and you're building it properly, at some point you are going to need to scale. I couldn't scale because I needed help. I needed machinery. I couldn't now do everything by hand. I needed more help. I needed more people. I needed more machinery. I could not invest in that because I wasn't properly prepared. Therefore, I was not ready to scale. So you see why I say it's important to take care of your personal cash flow when you're building a sustainable business or a business that you plan to take and scale. You have to make sure that your personal finance does not get in the way. Yes, sometimes it's impossible because you need it, but if you can avoid it at all times. So, another tip is if you're still working and you're building your business, don't leave until you know your business can sustain you. Or make sure that before you leave, you have another source of income that will substitute you so you don't have to rely on your business when it comes to your monthly income. I know it can be frustrating. I know. When you want to get out, you just want to get out. But just think about it this way, it's another way of investing in what you're doing. You're doing this for the long term. You don't have to be there forever. You're just doing it just to make sure that your monthly things are taken care of or you are taken care of. Because with a clear mind, if you're not frustrated, you have a better chance of building a business that's going to be sustainable and that's eventually going to pay you the way you deserve. So if this resonated with you, please click the like and comment and let me know what do you think about this. What do you thank you for staying until the end, and I hope that this has helped you and motivated you. It is not the end. This is how we learn. I am on a journey of making sure that I'm building a business and a life of my design. And if I don't do it this way, if I don't go through the trial and error, then how do we learn? And I love to learn. And I don't want to learn by myself. I want all of us to learn together. So let's continue learning together. See you again in the next video.